Greetings, it's Ian from RTO. Welcome to the start of another week, and it's a beautiful day here, although it's early morning, and a sharp frost, there's blue skies. The things are looking up today. So today we're going to start off, we're just tidying up the Lou Reed and Velvet Underground sort of thing, and we're going to look at a couple of albums that Lou Reed collaborated with other artists. One's really good and one isn't. That's the simple facts of this. So there's only the two. So the first one we're going to look at today, coming at number 2, is an album from 2011. It's called Lulu, and he collaborated with Metallica. Now, very strange combination this was. And this was actually his final full-length studio recording project before his death in 2013. So on here we've got Lou Reed, who does lead vocals, continuum acoustic guitar, James Hetfield on guitars and vocals, Kirk Hammett on lead guitar and rhythm guitar and Junior Dad, Robert Trujillo on bass, Lars Ulrich. Additional personnel on this, we've got Sarah Calhoun on electronics, Jenny Schneemann on violins and viola, and Gabe Witcher on violin. Megan Gold on violin, Ron Lawrence violin, Mark Hughes cello, Ulrich Mace, Rob Weissman stand-up electric bass, and Jessica Troy on viola as well. So the first track is called Brandenburg Gate. Very confusing start. You get that deadpan Lou Reed, and then when Metallica come in, it all falls apart. James and Lou singing together just doesn't work in my books. They're both singing in different keys, and it's not the best track on the album. The next one is The View. Now this one's a little bit better. It's got a bit more structure, and everything seems to be in harmony on this one. Pumping Blood, again it's got the deadpan, and then all the Metallica sound comes in, and it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Mistress Dread, it's a 6.5 minutes of just noise. Gives me a headache. I couldn't get into that one. Iced Honey starts off okay. It just falls apart. It's just got nothing I don't like. Then we have 11-minute track. It's painful. I love Metallica, I love Lou Reed, but I don't like them together. It just doesn't work. It's not very good. Frustration, one of the better tracks on here. It does sort of work. It's got a little bit more gumph to it. Little Dog, it's just I don't know what Metallica were thinking doing this. It's pretty poor. That's only one way to describe it. Dragon, first 7 minutes are okay, and the last 4 or 5 minutes is just, ooh dear. Junior Dog, it's 20 minutes and 19 seconds. There's about 3 minutes worth listening to. It's just dull. When I knew that this album was coming out, I thought this will be interesting, and I gave it a listen before I decided if I was going to buy it or not. And I'm glad I didn't buy it, because I just find it very hard to get on. It doesn't work for me. It was a very strange collaboration. So I'm only going to give this an RTO ranking of 1 out of 10. Okay, but number 1 is a collaboration he did with former Velvet Underground man John Cale. It's called Songs for Drella from 1990. Now, it's a song cycle about Andy Warhol, their mentor, and it was his nickname. Sadly, Andy died from following routine surgery in 1987. The name comes from the coin from Superstar, Ondine, a contractual of Dracula and Cinderella. So it's just basically John Cale doing vocal and keyboards, viola, Lou Reed on the vocals and guitar. So the first track on this one is called Small Town. Delightful little track. This is some lovely piano here from John. You got that Lou Reed deadpan vocal. It works perfectly. I do like this. Open house. Lots of atmosphere on this one. Lou's got this great way of telling a story, as I said before, and it really works on that. Style it takes. My favourite track on here. Great vocals on this. Some nice guitars. John Cale, gentle stuff as well. Really, really strong track. Work. The lovely combination of Lou on the guitar and John on the piano works wonderful. Sort of typical sort of track for, you know, the combination of these two musicians, solo stuff. Trouble with classicists. A nice little John singing on this, and it's great. It's so new wave. Brilliant track. Starlight, just got one of them great riffs from a piano again, and it's that wonderful deadpan Lou Reed vocal. Faces and Names, John Cale. One of my favourite tracks on here. It's a great vocal from John on this. He's got a knack of telling stories. These two are great at telling stories, and I love the guitar from Lou on this. Images comes next. Oh, it's one of the tracks I do find a little bit irritating. Probably my least favourite on the album. Slip Away, in brackets, a warning. Lovely guitars on this. Nice, gentle keyboard as well from John. Really nice words as well. It Wasn't Me. John and Lou just working well together, you know. Great vocals. I Believe. Again, it's not one of my favourite tracks on there. The vocal doesn't fit the, you know, when you get these tracks where the melody doesn't fit the vocal. That's one of them. Nobody But You. I like this. It's got some nice little bit of percussion thrown in there as well. A Dream. A really nice track. It's a little bit too long though, but it's reasonably okay. Forever Change. It's a quirky little track. Nice melody to it. A great vocal from John Cale on that one. And the last track is called Hello, It's Me. Got John on the violin. Wonderful with the guitar. It's a nice combination. And it's very deadpan, and I like how it says goodbye to Andy at the end. Okay, I think this is an album just for those people that are really into Lou Reed and John Cale. It's not an album for the casual listener. I think it's very good though. It's clever. There's one or two tracks on here that I'm not a great fan of, but on the whole I do quite like this. It's a great listen under the headphones, because you can really appreciate it more, and I do like it for its quirkiness as well. So I shall give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. So there we go. I've really enjoyed doing this little Velvet Underground come solo bits of John and Lou, and you guys have really enjoyed it as well. I didn't realise there's so many fans out there. Okay, I'll be back later with classic albums, and this is the last month of classic albums, because we're changing in April. I will give details probably in the middle of the month about what's coming to replace it. But the last one I'm going to do of classic albums, I was looking through stuff to see what we could do, and I came across a list by the channel Mojo. And these are albums that we're going to be doing that have come out of their top 10 of albums released on the Motown label. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I will see you for that. Bye for now.